Okay, but can you hear me? Maybe. Uh, like you can see my face and the. Oh yeah. Okay, there you go. That's really odd. Yeah, right. Like you can't have the music going. Anyways, um, is anyone watching? Yes, someone's watching. Oh look! Yay! I see your face. I was born to love you. I was born to lick your face. Anyways, hey everyone, this is Jay, and this is the Daily Delete, and um, yeah, so this is a social media project where I go through 13 years of Facebook posts and calendar day by calendar day delete everything because if I've learned one thing throughout the course of my years on Facebook is that it should all be deleted. So that being said, let's just do this. All right. So on this day 12 years ago, I'm having a hard time, but that means things will get better soon, right? Yeah, probably. Things got better. Took 12 years, but things got better. You can already tell by my attitude. I'm just going to like blast through this. I was able to resurrect my PC, but nothing's on it. It's terrible. And look, no likes, comments, shares, anything. So it's like, did anyone see it or did Facebook just not uh, save it for prosperity? Um, I don't know. Okay. No, I'm not kidding. I saw someone in a cornfield. Can you guess what movie that's from? I'll give you a clue. It's a horror movie. If you know the answer, put it in the chat. Time's a ticking. You got 30 seconds to figure it out. Starting now. Why are you at a uniform? The correct answer is high tension. You're close though. Most people think it's Children of the Corn, but it is the film High Tension, which was an amazing French film with a great, um, with an amazing twist at the end. Like, dude, one of the best movies I've ever seen. The killer actually starts chasing people down with a freaking concrete cutter, and it's like, imagine a chainsaw but scarier. Anyways, so cool story, dude. That movie was like the best of so many different movies put together. Like, um, Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Jeepers Creepers. On this day, 11 years ago, if alcoholism is a disease, I want handicap plates, which I think I should. Yes, yeah. If I have a disease, I should have handicap plates, right? Hey, I'm at Popeye's Pub, waiting for Hard Rock Zombies, bookended by Hot Punk Chicks. Yeah, that's Popeyes. It's like cool story. 10 years ago today, this laptop is worthless. I can't do anything with it. Just another reminder how much Big Al has fucked me over. Big Al was a local computer shop that had my laptop for over a year. And he gave me a loaner machine, which was trash. And he gave me another loaner machine, which was trash. See, look, that laptop was so worthless, I posted the same thing twice. So that's funny. Um, oh, what? I removed the tags, and then it's like surprise. I don't know. You can do cool things like kick boxes. Wow, I don't even know what that was about. But the phrase "as popular as a pork chop at a bar mitzvah" is probably one of my favorite phrases. Let's see. Why did the chicken cross the road? My note is not available. Wait, let me reload the page. Oh, my note is available. Thank you, Facebook. You garbage. Anyways, it's a complicated explanation of why not unjokes work, but I don't know if you're gonna get it. If you're not a fan of like what the hell is that? If you're like not a fan of Norm Alberts, Norm Roberts, Norm, man, I'm just doing 100% today. Scrolling. Anyways, yeah, why did chicken cross the road? This is actually pretty interesting, but I'm gonna save it because if you're not a Norm Macdonald fan, you're just not gonna get the idea of not jokes. And I don't mean like saying something and turning into a quote unquote joke by saying not at the end of it, like it's Wayne's World and it's still 1992. Oh, this video is brought to you by I don't know, bunch of donuts, whatever. I'm just making shit up as I go along. It's like too late in the day, and I just wasn't prepared for this, and I was kind of like, dude, I got so much to do. I got to do this and get it done. It's like the Daily Delete will be renamed to the Albatross around my neck. It'll be good. Thank you, Losing Forward, for the chats, by the way. That's cute. I like it. 10 years ago today, things to do today. Go to my first eye exam in about 5 years, scrub the apartment from top to bottom, work on some websites, eat a pound of bacon. Not in that order. And I did do all that because when I burned a candle, I burned it at both ends. Also, congrats on the birth of Brenna Purser's baby. Okay. Look at that. No comments. Like, not even from the person I tagged. Weird. Hey, Crow. I know you lived in New Orleans in years past. Got any buddies there that might let me and Charlie sleep on their couch next month? No. Go get a B&B. Stop asking me to ask my friends for free shit. What is wrong with you? That's even a real name. Congrats on people for the birth of their kid. Let's see. Oh, this is all like in one day. Weird. Kitchen done, living room done, eyes done, floor job. Floor job is my term for that phenomenon when all your laundry is clean and not folded, and it's in that weird purgatory state where it's just on the floor. Hence, floor job. Interesting story about this. This is called the RapeX, which is an anti-rape tool. Beautiful vengeance attachment. So, okay, here's the thing. Like, people were like, "Oh yeah, this is a great idea. Let's do this. Let's have an anti-rape mechanism put inside a woman." And the idea is that if you insert your member into that, where the opaque areas are spikes that come out, and it's like makes it so that you cannot pull your penis out, and or it mutilates you, and or you pull the object out with you. And while in some ways this sounds like an okay device, number one, the attempted rape actually has to happen before the mechanism works, so you're not really preventing it in the first place. And second of all, like it unfortunately you kind of had to not use it because it turned rapes into murders. And that's a terrible thing to say, but that's how it functioned. It's like it's yeah, just bad idea. Great on paper, but bad in real life. Anyways, it's weird though because people on Facebook keep sharing that and talking about it and being like, "Oh, look at this new thing they put out," and it's like, dude, no, it came out a decade ago, and they immediately took it off the shelves. But you know, the people don't know about that half of the story. 10 years ago, I don't know what to do today. Post pictures I took at churches or hang up artwork in the hallway. Post pictures of you hanging art in the hallway. That's a great idea. Tune in tomorrow while I put pictures in frames and then hang them up. New prints for sale. After much enthusiastic nagging, the prints are available. Blah, blah, blah. This is a buddy of mine. She's an artist down in New Orleans. I actually made her website for her back in the day. I wonder if she still has it. It was like 10 years ago. Oh, yeah. How about that? I mean, she changed it around a little bit, but yep. And that's basically it. Oh man, she mangled it. Yo, what? Yikes. Anyways, so the funny thing about her is that we used to be friends, but we're not because I spent like, I don't know, 10 years promoting her artwork on my Facebook page on a regular basis. And she never once promoted my work on her Facebook page because like we're artists. And while I support my friends, she does not support competition. So there's that. 9 years ago, how quickly people forget. Out of sight, out of mind. Oh, the irony of my mom saying that's funny. I don't know what this is about, so deleted. The irony, huh? Out of sight, out of mind. The post gets deleted, and now it's like I don't even remember what it was. I am so thirsty. I don't know why I have it. Let's see. What is this? This is what these people are about. What is this? Renaissance Fair people. This is a group of people who want to die of feline leukemia. I don't know what's happening here. Someone asked a question. They're like, "What?" I said, "This is a group of people who want to what?" Like, I don't. Ugh. This is like one of those. It's a pill that gives worms to your ex-girlfriend moments. I think. Anyways, deleted. Well, does it also give worms to your ex-boyfriend? 9 years ago today, rest in peace, Mobius, one of the most fantastic science fiction artists of all time. If you know who he is, then you know. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Okay, so here's a thing. Like I was trying to download a driver for a drawing tablet I had. And I want you to take a look at this, and I got to ask you a question. And that question is, where do I click the button to download it? Out of the 1848 different links on this screen here, like, where do I download? Do I click there? Do I click there? Do I click there? Do I where is it? Where on toggle.com do you download a driver? Yeah, and stuff like that gives grandma a virus on her laptop. So you be careful there. Okay, this tablet is broken. I'm done. Who wants to ship me a tablet? So I guess. And by the way, a tablet never got sent to me. I just kind of threw it out and gave up on doing it. It's like, I don't know. For some reason, I thought you'd get a kick out of this. All right, Kelly, let's see what I'm getting a kick out of. Hope it's good. Please don't be porn. Please don't be. Oh, okay, it's not. Did someone balance on one foot? Is today the equinox? Okay, maybe it changes every once in a while. Yeah. So the big rumor is that apparently the equinox is only the one day out of the year where you can balance a broom. I have news for you though. You can balance a broom any day of the year. It's true. All it takes is practice and steady hands. I just found out a dear friend of mine was royally overcharged for his website. I'm actually furious. If I had a car, I would drive up to New York and bust some heads. You're going to charge them $2,000 for an hour or two of work? I should kill you. Okay, March 20th is the equinox. We're going to try that maybe. We'll put it on TikTok where all the cool kids hang out. 9 years ago today. Oh, hello there, Star Wars The Old Republic. Scrolls Past Conduct Agreement. Oh, hello there, Star Wars The Old Republic. No, nice. Star Wars The Old Republic was an MMO about Star Wars. It was pretty cool. Played it for 20 minutes before I went to sleep. Let's see. I've never played PvP. Well, I got a lot of free time. Either I'll fall in love now or I'll fall in love when it's free to play. Hey, guess what? It wasn't a year or two later it became free to play. So yeah, Costa Rica. Man, I'm like so good at like prognosticating. Look into the dirty underbelly of what the internet used to be, with a old something awful link about e-insights. And this was 8 years ago. So let me just put this in perspective. If 8 years ago, you knew what somethingawful.com was. You were showing your age. And if you were reading a Something Awful article about EN sites and you knew what EN sites are, you should be yelling at clouds by now, you dirty old mummy desiccated old man, because like EN sites are something that died back in like 1999. If you remember what EN sites are, man, don't you wish we were still there? If you could trade, I don't know about you, but I would definitely trade Facebook for an EN site in a heartbeat. I don't care if it was like rebelalliance.net or Electrolux's. She's kind of the fact that I know those names. Anyways, there was EN sites, then there was LiveJournal, then there was MySpace, then there was Facebook, and here we are. Well, that was a really 8 years ago. Well, that was a really ridiculous shift at work. I was challenged by an ex-employee to step outside after I told him to stay out of my kitchen. I mean, it's a true story. Like this dude, I was working at this restaurant in Philly, and again, it was like the bar with a pizza or a beer store with a pizza oven, and there was a homeboy who used to work there and no longer worked there, and I was the manager and I was in charge, and he kept going into the kitchen. I said, "Stay out of the kitchen. You don't work here." And like the third or fourth time, I said, "Get the fuck out of my kitchen." He's like, "You want to step outside?" And I was like, "All right." So I escorted him outside, held the door open for him. We went outside. I closed the door, locked it behind him. Yeah, he just like mumbled and ran off. Here's a screenshot from Outlast, which, like I said, incredibly scary game, super frightening, very very frightening for me. Galileo Figaro. But if we go. So, anyways, on this day 7 years ago, when you realize that this one website's entire business model is to exploit social issues with content they didn't create, it will leave you speechless. Upworthy. Thank you, Maddox. Maddox is pretty problematic at times. I mean, you can tell he's a douche because his website is still hosted by xmission.com. But yeah, Upworthy, did this thing where it was like it would latch on to moments of social outrage and then share articles about it. It was like BuzzFeed, but instead of like top 10 like funniest puppy pictures, it was like top 10 exploited African children. I don't even know if Upworthy is still around. Like, is it? Humanity delivered daily. Jeez. Maddox. So which one is more oh, I clicked on the wrong button. Oh, now I'm gonna screw everything up. I gotta start all over again. And my browser suddenly is crashing, so that's awkward. There you go. Scroll. Hey, did you see that? Real quick there was a Captain Marvel reference. That's gonna be exciting. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that's about. Open indie. So I'm gonna take a look at both the Maddox and the Upworthy Facebook pages. Upworthy is still around. What? Wow. Okay. Amazing. We're gonna look at both sides of the same social network and just see how dumb everything is. Anyways, cool story. Deleted. Like, gosh. Once again, I'm sharing someone else's social network stuff. It's like not being reciprocated, so I don't even know why. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Social justice solutions. Thank you, Buddha. You are a real pant load. It's just something about that phrase that makes me laugh. Buddha the pant load. Scorn and derision aside, does Maddox have a point? How much do you see unworthy posts each day, and are they helping you become more aware? Hey, Upworthy, I found a website that exploits content other people make about important social issues for their own gains. Can you do an expose on them? It's you. Yeah. Weird. You know what's also weird, though? Like, I mentioned BuzzFeed, and BuzzFeed was like one of those websites that would post listings, said top 10 cute puppy pictures and blah, blah, blah. BuzzFeed now is a legitimate news source, and it's true because they actually have, strangely enough, a high level of integrity as opposed to like a lot of the news websites online. Weird. Anyways, enough about that. Here's my daughter. She's cute.
So you're gonna be cool long enough for me to record video? You'll be cool for a second. Okay, thank you.
Aw, isn't she adorable? The comment says, things went great. And then she uninstalled the app. That's great. She was like a little songbird. It was a baby. It was amazing. Here is a picture from Warframe. Warframe is a heavily acid-influenced space ninja game. And it's also absolutely amazing. I recommend you play it if you can. Well, on all platforms, all across space, all the time. It is a free game that has been around for at least 8 years, and it keeps getting better every year. I don't even know how they do it. I mean, look at that, dude. That's trippy. Ugh. I should just start playing that game on a regular basis. Forever. I can only play one game at a time, I guess, and right now it's Call of Duty. I'll get to those challenges eventually. Speaking of which, the challenges I was trying to do last night, remember I said like it was one of those challenges where it was like you would either get all 10 of your kills in a 5-minute round or you wouldn't be able to do it all night long. So my first like 9 or 10 matches, I got maybe 1 or 2 kills combined. And then the last match, I got like all 15 kills. It's just terrible. I don't know. It might be me. I'm just terrible at the game. It's not going to stop me from playing it. It's still terrible. Speaking of terrible, 5 years ago, plus 6 years ago, which is 11 years ago, 11 years ago, I saw the band Anal Cunt. They, yeah, pretty amazing. Anal Cunt, no redeeming social value. Thank you, Leukemia Labs over at Popeye's Pub. Anal Cunt is an absolutely terrible band with songs like Hitler Was a Sensitive Guy. It is funny story is like after I'd known about Anal Cunt for years. They're probably one of the most maligned, purposely edgy, trolly punk rock bands to ever exist forever. And like they were kind of popular for a while or whatnot. Like weird Spinal Tap nonsense. Like one of the bandmates like was fucking around on an escalator at a mall and fell off and died, and he was in his mid-40s. Like, so that tells you about the band. But the lead singer Anal Cunt had passed away a few years ago, and this was one of their last performances. And I went up to them after the show was done. I went to the lead singer. And I'm like, man, I'm so glad after years of knowing you guys, I finally got to see it. I'm gonna be really disappointed when you die of AIDS. And he looks at me and goes, don't be sad. I'll be dead. So that's what that band was like. It's probably one of the best like interactions I ever had with a celebrity. Like, he nailed it. Okay, 6 years ago, who has 2 thumbs and just got a voicemail from the police department in Indiana about criminal computer trespass? This guy got a voicemail, called him back, case dismissed. So thanks, whoever called them about that. Honk honk. You know who you are. I think I might still have that voicemail, actually. It's pretty funny because you can actually hear the incredulous tone of the detective. It's all like calls me and he like leaves a voicemail and he's like, I'm really sorry I got to bother you with this, but I got to get it off my desk. On this day 5 years ago, first morning shift in almost a year, I'm so confused I forgot that this time of day even existed. Yeah. Cool. Someone just called me a baby. That's great. Go. 5 years ago today, there's a Bernie sign. Someone ripped it in half, and it said, I took half of your sign because you had one and I didn't. I'm sure you understand. Some sort of gross mischaracterization of what socialism actually is. So someone fixed it with their Facebook post. It says, I took half of your sign, and in return, the whole neighborhood now has paid maternity leave, access to health care, and a college education. So yeah. Okay, one thing about America is that everyone has access to health care. Just uh uh um what? No, Samir. Not everyone has access to health care. So going to different hospitals isn't an option. Giving power to government to control more aspects of our life is what I don't like. We need a president who will bring law and rules what were around in the 40s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, Samir, you're referring to the fact that black people couldn't drink from white water fountains. But in the 40s, we had Franklin Delano Roosevelt, who was a democratic socialist who became so popular they had to impose term limits because they didn't want him being president for the fourth term in a row. Way to go, buddy. Borrowing money they don't have. Credit system is based off of borrowing money you don't have. And like if you do not go into debt as an adult, they can list. Did you know that? Like that is how the credit system works. If you are considered a person ever going to debt, they literally call you a deadbeat. Yeah. Like that's a great side story, and I gotta explain this one day. But I spent like so credit ratings and credit cards and stuff like that didn't really become a thing, right? Around the same time, malls were popular, and it's like Sears had a credit card and Macy's had a credit card, and like so then they had to create a credit system to go with that. And so like when I was in high school, they didn't really teach you how credit worked. So I'm like, well, I don't know how it works. All I know is you borrow money you don't have, and if you owe someone money, you are in their pocket. And I was like, I am never going to be in the pocket of a bank. So I never applied for a credit card. I never got a loan out on anything. I never leased a car or whatnot. I made sure if I wanted something, I could afford to get it. Like I would just, here's cash, just give it to me, we'll move on. I mean, yeah, that's kept me from having a lot of stuff in my life. But most importantly, it never put me in debt. Then all of a sudden, I turn around and like at the age of like 40 or something like that, after spending my entire life never owing money to anyone, I go ahead and I download the Credit Karma app because I'm like, wow, man, I've never had to borrow money. I bet my credit's perfect. And I install it and I look it up, and I did not have zero credit. I had non existent credit because apparently, in order to have a credit rating, you have to go into debt. Yeah, there's a lot more complicated shit to that, but I can tell you flat out that like the credit system is a goddamn scam and it's exploitation and it's just bullshit. Yeah. All right. One of these days, I'll sit down with a bottle of whiskey and a open live broadcast to YouTube, and it's gonna. The name of the show is going to be called "You Know What Your Fucking Problem Is." At first, I'm going to go after the banks, and then the police, and then the government, and then religion. Probably George Takei. No, I'm not really George Takei. But probably Donald Trump. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of which, here's George Takei and Donald Trump, and there's like here's George Takei pretend to be Donald Trump, and it's like, um, yeah. Anyways, look. So here it is. Here's the whole thing right there. Okay, mostly it's there. Like, okay, so pause it at this moment, and then read it, and then unpause. Ready? Okay, cool. You read it? Let's delete it because I don't care. I don't want to have to sit and read the whole thing anymore. And my Donald Trump impression is terrible. All I do is I rub Dorito dust all over my face, and I pee sitting down. Um, on this day 5 years ago, if you line up all your ex-lovers in a row, you can see the flow chart of your mental illness. Wow, 38 reactions and 28 shares. What it discover? Line them up and shoot them. No, don't line up and shoot exes just because you made bad choices. Bishop Steele, you look at this. Like, so here's something that happened to me on Facebook a few times. Like, if my shares got high enough, random people would start posting random shit that made no sense, and they would do things like tag their friends in my comments, and it's like, leave me alone. I don't know. Anyways, deleted. Man, those 28 shares, that should have got me like 0.3 bitcoins. 5 years ago today, here is a high school photo and an essay about Nancy Reagan and straight ink. So Nancy Reagan was a thing where they were like giving teenagers shock treatment to make them not gay. But you guys are busy worshiping Ronald Reagan right now, so maybe you're not ready for this talk. Just say no, kids. Say no. 5 years ago today, in Obama's defense, there was a band called Nancy Reagan's Funeral playing at South by South. It's really funny. It ties into yesterday's thing, so that's good. If you don't understand that joke, watch yesterday's video. All two of you watching this. None of you. Two. What? Really? No. Okay. You don't, just because we're married doesn't mean you have to have your head up my butt all day long. You get an hour. There's an hour or two of that in the day where you don't have to have your head up my butt. You need fresh air. No, I'm trying to. You know what? I take that back. Now put your head up my butt, please. On this day 5 years ago, when I drink water, it has to be filtered through a brewery first. That sounds good. I'm actually really thirsty right now. Is it after 5? It is after 5. It is after 5, and I got stuff I gotta do. I got an interview. Yeah, I gotta sit up. That's at 6. Huh? What? Oh, okay. Cool. Yep. Okay, on this day 5 years ago, be gentle with yourself, for you're living through a major expansion of your faith and how you use it in the world. You're rewiring decades of old. Yeah. Thank you, Streamlabs, for telling Losing Forward to not spam caps. I don't know. It's a bot. I have a bot set up in this thing in case spammers show up, but being as only 2 people are watching this at any given time, stop. My wife, look at what she's doing to us. It's fine. It's a war of the robots. And I completely forgot what I was in the middle of, so I'm just going to delete this. Be gentle to yourself. 5 years ago, I said, and even more so now because of the pandemic. Wow, man. Like, this 2 weeks is the longest year I've ever been involved in. Thank God that curve's flat. Okay, on this day 5 years ago, the Republicans haven't got a single candidate who would survive a Willy Wonka factory tour. You are absolutely correct. People who gave me a thumbs up on that agree with me. On this day 5 years ago, is a picture of me at Sweetwater Creek State Park, taken by my sister. Look at me, just ruminating over some mill ruins. It's actually a great park. We got to go there. It's good. Maybe that's what I'll do this weekend. Here's more pictures. Pictures of the park. Pictures of. I can't see them. So, all right. Well, I got those pictures somewhere online, I'm sure. Maybe not that one. That one's really good. I mean, it could be better, I guess. Oh, that's great. See, yeah, I got to go there. I know you guys can't see the pictures, but that's fine. It's not about you. It's about me. God damn it. I cannot delete this post from here, so I'm gonna. Okay. Here's another picture of Sweetwater Creek Park. Here is a flower. I do not know what flower this is. I wish I knew. Do you know what flower it is? If you do, make sure to make a comment in the comments below. Don't forget to like, follow, and obey. Right? Is that what the kids say? Okay. 5 years ago, now that my production company I worked with last year has dissolved, I can publish my tell-all book about it, right? If I change people's names, like Albert Roberts now becomes Robert Albertson. Yeah, my lawyer buddy was like, it depends. So I was going to write a book about making feature films, music videos with a company called The Other Side of Georgia Productions, and it was going to be called How Not to Make a Movie. I might still do that. I don't know. My old lady says I should read a book. She said I should write a book, but we all know she meant you should probably read. On this day 5 years ago, a friendly reminder that saying yes does not make sex consensual. Look at that. Like a random stranger tags another random stranger and is. I don't even know what the hell's going on anymore. Anyways, deleted. Terrible. If you are searching for that one person that will change your life, look in the mirror. Thank you to all the people who love that post. That picture is perfectly square. Therefore, it is probably available on my Instagram. Just go to instagram.com/crowface with a K. Do not actually type in crowface with a K because you will not find me. It has to be K rowface. Like, oh yeah, you know, someone on Call of Duty last night was trying to mock me by calling me No Face. I was like, what? Like KNOW face? Because that's not mockery. That's like, people are dumb. But his name was Boomer, and actually we got along really well, and we had a good time. He was cool. We were chatting away like monkeys. We actually were talking about Lost the TV show for half the game, and it's like, I'm sure the rest of the team was like, "Can you idiots shut the fuck up?" And we're all like, hey, "Can you imagine finding a cave with a glowing bear in it and waking up next to a dog?" We agreed Lost was garbage. 4 years ago, speaking of garbage, 4 years ago, logs into Instagram, clicks follow all Facebook friends. 2,800 notifications later, I realized it was a mistake. And it's true. Like, I got nonstop notifications for a week because every single invite I sent out was responded to, and it was a freaking nightmare. Let me see something here real quick. Where's my page? Let me click on this. I want to see what I'm at. Speaking of, because I never look at these stats. So, hold on. I currently have 3,928 people following me. No, I'm following 3,928. Why? I'm following almost 4,000 people, but I swear to God, dude, I see only the same 10 people every time I load up Instagram. So I'm thinking, oh, how do I find the people who are dead on this app and delete them? And I only have 1,000 followers, which I guess is all right, but that's not enough for swimsuit companies to contact me and ask me to collaborate with them. Actually, that's not true. I get that a lot, and then I ask them, I'm like, what part of my content makes it look like I should wear your swimsuits? And weirdly enough, I go back and I look, and then that user is deleted. So that's how shocking all this is. Anyways, so yeah, Instagram's a mistake. After I do my 365 days of deleting Facebook, I'll do my 365 days of deleting Instagram. No, I'm not doing that. 2 years ago today, I updated my status. This content isn't available right now. No likes, comments, or shares, so who knows what the hell that was about. On this day 2 years ago, toxic nerds. Me, Captain Marvel is social justice warrior bullshit. Give me the real Captain Marvel, you cowards. Ta-da, here's the real Captain Marvel. And funny story, 2 years later, you got her. I noticed the brohams are not complaining about the actual Captain Marvel showing up in WandaVision. Is it because they know not to complain about diversity anymore? Have they finally been beaten into submission about how dumb they are? 2 years ago, I pulled a muscle in my back so I could barely move my neck or arm. I don't even know which job did this to me. It's because I was working multiple jobs. Put big boots on and swing from a branch? Marcus, I would assume it was the hand job. And then I'm all like, the Dutch rudder? Hey, look at the freaking gif he put. Like, oh my God, dude. Like, that's the sort of freaking Dutch rubber that would just rip your tree root right out of the dirt. And, you know, the coincidence that one of the guys' names is Dutch. This double Dutch rudder strike oil explain. This is the funniest commentary about the Dutch rudder I've ever heard. Can you imagine these two in a Dutch rudder? They would strike oil, explore the center of Earth, reverse the planetary rotation, causing a reversal of time until they complete each other, or maybe all three. It's like, I want your amazing. God damn it, Marcus. Are we done yet? Please. Oh, no, we're not. Here we go. On this day 2 years ago, in honor of Women's Day, I'm going to share significant moments in which you should have listened to her the first time. Ripley, as the commanding officer, said, "No, don't bring this alien onto my ship. Everyone will die." And then Ash let the xenomorph onto the ship anyways, and then mansplains her job to her when she confronts him about undermining her authority. And then everyone dies from 5 movies. 5 movies. You should have listened to her. Perfectly. Technically, Ash can't mansplain. He's made of buckets of cum and anal beads. And I'm like, yeah, perfectly qualified then. So that's more treasured comedy right there that is now gone into the ether. Look at this. 2 years ago today, heart react this post if you're a Trump supporter. 2 people heart reacted my post. Well, and guess what? My plan worked. Are you doing some weeding? Yep, I was doing some weeding. If you're watching this video and you love Donald Trump, please make a comment in the comments below. Here's another one 2 years ago. Heart react this post if you think vaccinations are deadly and full of toxins. Who loved it? I don't know because I deleted them and or they banned me. Look at this. See if there's any nonsense going on here. Yep. I care. Why should my opinion matter? I care about your opinion. America is a stupid. Yeah, we don't. Wait. Jeff Trump said America's a stupid country? Weird. Ironic. Anyways, I noticed that there are more comments than there are. Like it says 14 comments, but there are actually 14 comments. So why is this video almost 45 minutes long? And here we go. On this day 2 years ago, it says we are witnessing a total political system failure in America. So Mrs. hate to break the news to you, but the system is not broken. It is working perfectly. It is working exactly as it was designed. What you don't understand is that the system was not made for us. And that's why it's not broken. This is what they made. But I don't know. If you guys are interested in watching that video, look up Jennifer Lawrence and Unbreaking America. So that'd be pretty cool, right? I mean, she's got some valid points, I bet, right? Cool. So that's it. We're good. We're done. That's it. Race on Facebook that we need. It is now officially beer 30. I'm going to sit down, open a beer, and watch The Reading Rainbow because that's what the old lady recommends. She tells me literacy is my end, but after reading all this nonsense, I'm thinking I want to pour bleach in my eyes. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure to tune in tomorrow where it's exactly more of the same, but probably worse. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and obey, and go outside and take a break from the internet.